Hello everyone, my name is PauLInstaMyooin's and we're back for another edition of PauLInstaMyooin's personal best opinions on Pokemon. And this edition will be about Abra, Kadabra, and Alakazam. So, Kadabra and Alakazam have the same moves, ability. Alakazam, well they each have a different held item actually. Um, well no, actually Abra and Kadabra have the same held item for like the, well, you'll see, but most of them are like the same. Abra is like in a league of its own, but you'll see. But anyway, let's get on the moves for Abra. For Pokemon Gold, Silver, Crystal, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Fire Red, Leaf Green, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Black, White, Black 2, White 2, X, Y, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. So Abra only learns one move by level up, and that's Teleport. So in these situations, this is the only time that I would want to have them learn the most basic of an attack, so they can actually attack. So Return and Frustration. Each of these games have these TMs, and pretty much what Return does and Frustration is pretty much how it says. It will do more power depending on Return. Return will do more power if your Pokemon loves you. The more they love you, the more damage it'll do, and the frustration is pretty much the more they hate you, the more damage it'll do. So it's either or. It would be very good. They're both physical, normal attacks, and then I just explained their effect. And then Teleport pretty much makes it to where mainly use it outside of battle. But you can also use it inside of battle just to immediately get away from an opponent unless they have Arena Trap or something like that. But I learned earlier today that apparently, if you're in the wild and you have a held item like the Smoke Ball that makes you instantly flee from battle, you can even get away from Pokemon that have Arena Trap, which is pretty crazy. It's awesome. I didn't even realize that. I only learned that today. But anyway, yeah, Teleport can be used outside of battle to teleport to the nearest Pokemon Center you last healed at. So it can be very helpful if you don't have like Fly or something. But yes, those are the moves there. And then for Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, since there is no return or frustration, I just had to move Headbutt because that was the next least power normal type move that you can teach Abra as a TM. So it is Headbutt. Now Headbutt is a 70 power, 100 accuracy, physical normal type move and has a 30% chance to flinch. So what happens when a Pokemon is flinched is pretty much they can't do anything that turn. It pretty much whatever they're trying to do, like an attack or a status move, whatever the move they were trying to do, it just cancels. It just they flinch and they can't move. So anyway, the held item for Pokemon Gold, Silver, Crystal, and the same for Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Fire Red, and Leaf Green. They have both the same effect, but in the earlier generations, like I said, the older one is called Pink Bow, and then the later generations is called Silk Scarf. They both boost the power of normal type moves by 10%, so it's for that return and frustration. And then for Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Black, White, Black 2, White 2, X, Y, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire. For offline, you want the Life Orb. Now, the Life Orb boosts the power of who's holding this item, their attack and special attack by 30%, and they also, for each time they do attack, they, take damage. So you have a lot more power, but you'll take damage each time you attack. And then for online, the rules about online is the item that if it's like the held item, if it gets used up usually in battle, and you won't get it back after battle like in offline. Online, you actually will get it right back after if you use that held item and it got used up in the online battle. You'll get it right back. So can't even speak. It will be very helpful because you don't have to grind for that item again. Like especially Focus Sashes are very tough to get because it's one of the top tier items. But what the Focus Sash does is the one who's holding this, if they're at full health and they would have got one-shotted, they will always live at 1 health. So it's a very good one. As long as you don't get paralyzed, flinched, asleep, or miss your move, then you'll always be able to get at least one move off so you don't, get sweeped. So anyways, then, if I can find my cursor, there we go. For Pokemon Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, and Ultra Moon. For offline, for online it's the same, the Focus Sash. For offline, you want the Psychinium Z, because this will actually turn Teleport into... I believe it'll actually heal you as well, if I remember Z Teleport. But if not, it'll do the normal effect and it'll switch you out of battle as long as you're not trapped by Arena Trap or something like that. But I believe it heals you, like, to either fully heal you or just like heals you half health. So anyways, And then for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, doesn't have any held items. I will get with the abilities later, because Kadabra and Alakazam have the same abilities, but Abra has a different one because it's special. So anyway, the moves for Kadabra and Alakazam for Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal, you want Psychic. Now Psychic is a 90 power, 100 accuracy, special Psychic type move. Being it's given its name, it's probably one of the best, very common known Psychic type moves, literally called Psychic. But anyways, it has a 10% chance of lowering the special defense of who you use it against, so it can just get more powerful, but it's already powerful in general. And then you want Reflect. Reflect is a status Psychic type move, 100% accuracy. What it does is it raises it halves the damage of all physical type moves your whole party takes for 5 turns. And it can be broken, the Reflect, with Brick Break or another move, I believe, but mainly Brick Break, to like, if a Pokemon uses Brick Break and any of your Pokemon, like, say if you use a Brick Break against one of your opponent's teams and they had Reflect up, it'll immediately break Reflect. So yeah. And then the other move called Light Screen does the same thing as Reflect, except it's special defense you take half damage from. It's the same with, like, so they use Brick Break, they'll just break through the light screen and it'll shatter it. So it's pretty cool logic. But anyway, then Recover. Recover is 100% accuracy, normal status type move. Pretty much what it does is it recovers half of your maximum health, so it can be very helpful. And then Kinesis. Kinesis is I forget the accuracy, really. I think it's like 90% accuracy, maybe? Or maybe it's 100%. I completely forget. But it's a Psychic status type move, and pretty much what it does when it does land, it lowers the accuracy by 1 on whoever you use it against. So it can be very helpful. And then for Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Fire Red, Leaf Green, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, the only thing different here is instead of Recover, you actually want Roleplay. Now Roleplay pretty much makes it to where it doesn't copy the only abilities it doesn't copy, it seems, it said, is Wonder Guard and another ability. You can look up what those certain ones are that you can't copy, but pretty much it makes it to where the one you use this against, the move Roleplay, the one you use against that Pokemon, you actually get their ability, and you can keep like doing that stuff. So if you want their ability and it's like pretty interesting, then you know, why not? And then for Pokemon Black, White, Black 2, White 2, XY, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, and Ultra Moon, the only thing different here is the move Telekinesis. Now, oh dang it, I hate when that happens. Hold on. Okay, Telekinesis. Okay, so what Telekinesis does is it pretty much, whoever you use this against, it raises that Pokemon up in the air, it says, and then for 3 whole turns, any attack against that Pokemon will be 100% accuracy. So it can be a very helpful move as like something to be, like if you're about to like get killed and you're like, okay, I'm going to make sure that any of my attacks can hit that thing so it'll go down. It's mainly good if you know they won't switch, or you have a Pokemon like with an arena trap that they can't escape and then have a move that's like absolute crap accuracy. The only moves that aren't guaranteed to hit every time during this Telekinesis effect is one-hit kill moves like Horn Drill and Fisher, stuff like that. But it's a very cool move, very cool. And then for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, the only thing different here is instead of Telekinesis and Roleplay, they aren't in that game, so I just had Kinesis back. But then a new move, Nightshade. So Nightshade is 100% accuracy, status, I think it's, yeah, I guess it's special attack, a ghost type move. Pretty much what it does however much damage equal to your own level, the one who's using the move. So it can be very helpful for, like, if you know your other moves aren't going to do a lot, then you might as well go for that to whittle them down. And then the held item for Pokemon Gold, Silver, Gold, Silver, Crystal, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Fire Red, and Leaf Green, you want the King's Rock. Now the King's Rock pretty much makes any of your moves that I think as long as they don't have their own side effect, like how Psychic has a 10% chance to lower this special defense of the one you use it against. But pretty much it is, it adds on, I believe, a 10% chance effect to the attack of whatever you're using, I think, as long as it doesn't have its own side effect already, to flinch them by 10%. You already know what flinch does, so Yeah. So anyway, then for Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Black, White, Black 2, White 2, X, Y, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire, they same as Abra pretty much. And then the thing that's different with Alakazam is the held item. So for Pokemon X, Y, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, Sun, Moon, and Ultra Sun, and Ultra Moon, you actually want the Alakazite so that Alakazam can Mega Evolve. And the ability for Mega Alakazam is Trace. Now Trace is pretty sweet. It pretty much copies whatever ability when you switch into battle of your opponent. So it's like having roleplay, but like an instant. So it can be cool, or it can also be pretty bad. But anyways, for the held item for offline, for Kadabra, you actually want the Psychinium Z. It's mainly all of Kadabra's moves, being Roleplay, Reflect, and I think Telekinesis? Yeah, because it only has Psychic, and then it has those 3 support moves. Yeah. So each of them have their own like little boosts when they turn to a Z. They have their their basic effect. For Z Reflect, you have your defense boosted by 1. Z Roleplay, you have your special attack raised by 1, and then for Z Telekinesis,